So this afternoon, my aunt stopped down here and just wanted to inform me that the Serena from the South St. Paul Police Department, she works with the crisis part or whatever. She's embedded with the South St. Paul Police Department. Wound up reaching out to her, contacted her, and told her that the Billboard company is going to be coming out and putting a fence in or something like that, or some surrounding around the bottom of this Billboard sign, and anyone caught whatever going in that area will be charged with trespassing. And so that's kind of funny. I mean, I seen them guys out there earlier in the day, and so I said, well, what's that woman's phone number? I'm going to call her, and I'll call her three-way, and that way my aunt could listen to the whole conversation, So I call her, and I just question her, well, why do we need to put in some type of fence around the bottom of this? And, well, so people, know to stay out of that area, and if they go in that area, they're going to be trespassing. I said, well, I mean, again, why do you need to do that? Why can't we just deal with the problem at hand and then, stop all this from escalating and 12 days now being up here? I mean, well, why can't someone look into this and do something, and we can resolve this and then move forward? And no answer for me. They have no interest in doing anything or looking into it or investigating it, or they know the wrongdoing. I mean, it's no question about it that they're well aware of it and they know about it. And everything I kept asking her is like, well, okay, back to the problem at hand. Well, why can't we do something about resolving this problem at hand and the issue and address it and then move forward instead of having things escalate and sit up here longer? I mean, no answer. Are you aware of your wrongdoing? I said, I'm aware of my wrongdoing, and I'll take my lickings, and I'll take it, and I'm guilty, and I'm trespassing. I know I'm trespassing, and I'll plead guilty. I'm saying it openly, publicly, and posting it publicly to everyone. I'm admitting it. I'm trespassing, and when I was up on the power line, I was trespassing too. I admit it, and okay. So now that we've done that and took care of that, and that's all taken care of and resolved, now can we get back to the problem at hand on what are we doing, or why isn't anyone even looking into any of this? Why isn't anyone even holding their employees accountable or responsible for their actions? They think well, we don't have to. We're the ones that hold the power, and we control everything, and we can decide what we want to do and what we're not going to do. And that's really messed up, because what's the point of a legal system when that's how it is? And these are the people you're supposed to go to address your problems or concerns or whatever issue you got. And if they're not going to do their job, it's like, well, what can you do? Well, I did everything I could. I took it to their supervisor for child protection, the probation, each one of them all the way to the top of the food chain. And I told her this. I'm like, this is undeniable. This is not false stuff. This isn't hearsay. I said, this is all 100% fact. This is all recorded conversation with all these people, and in their own words admitting it. I mean, what more do you need? Everything this PO told me, all this stuff wouldn't have been approved. I said, well, you might want to look into that, and it's all out there. I posted all publicly, videos and pictures. I mean, the probation officer should be the one holding the child molester, Jeffrey Watney, on a probation violation, throwing him in jail or prison for violating. I'm showing you he's in violation, so then I go to his supervisor, and his supervisor, he don't even want to get in the middle of any of it. He won't even call me back. He didn't want to do none. So I went to his supervisor. I mean, that's what it went to every single person I dealt with all the way down the line. So I tell her, well, if this isn't the way for me to address this, and there's other ways, and there's whatever, but this is a wrong way about me going about it. Well, if this is the wrong way about me going about it, and there's other ways of going about it to try and resolve this or take care of it, whatever they are, they got to be way worse than what I'm doing, because what I'm doing, you think that's over the top, and what I'm doing is over the top, and they're not even doing nothing about it, and they're not even concerned about investigating it, because they're going to do what they want, and they're not going to go and hold their own employees accountable and like, you know, oh shit, sorry, we're gonna have to fire you because, you know, but they're gonna sit there and back each other up and lie. I mean, this is all solid 100% fact. If I didn't record all this stuff, and people would think I was crazy then. I mean, I won't back down. I just absolutely won't back down. The more they push, I'll push right back. That's all there is to it. No one should ever have to go through something like this. When they find something out, they should be able to rely on their legal system and call them and question it. Their supervisors should look into it and do something and address that problem instead of letting it escalate to something like this. They still have no interest on doing anything whatsoever. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. And this is the reason why I posted everything publicly, to show everything. Like, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried about my wrongdoing. And I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want any more wrongdoing to be done on my part. I don't want to do any more committing crime or having to be punished for whatever. I don't want to have to sit in jail for, I don't want to do any of that. But I'm not going to let them just walk all over me and think I'm just going to let it go, because what can I do? And she tells me, well, you think about calling an attorney? Why do I need to call an attorney when your supervisor is supposed to hold the person below them accountable after looking into it, investigating? You're not even doing anything. You're looking at it and you're like, oh shit, we're in the wrong. And that's it. Okay, well, let's just stick together and that's what we'll do. So now you're talking like the county attorney's office is well aware of all this. You're talking about the top of the probation office, Serena Kirkland, she's aware of all this. All the way down the line to the probation officer, they're all aware of it. The child protection workers, all the way down the line, from the top all the way down, are all aware of all of this. I mean, South St. Paul, West St. Paul, Burnsville, Hastings, Lakeville, I mean, all the police departments I had to deal with on all this BS, they're all aware of it. They all know. I've sent them all copies of, I mean, that's why I posted it all public. I showed everyone that I've dealt with and talked to, and I sent them whatever. I mean, I'm not worried or concerned whether I'm in the wrong on what I'm talking about or what I'm saying. And it comes down to whatever in the end. Like, I'm not concerned or worried about how I'm going to look or how it plays out that way. I mean, I'm not at all. I know I'm 100% in the right. And this is a legal system that we're supposed to count on and rely on. You can't count on them and rely on when they're doing stuff like this, when they're not even doing stuff by the book. I mean, this is 100% solid fact. I contacted Department of Justice, which is the ones that would actually look into that, investigate, like a police department, if they're filing police reports or any I contacted them. I sent them all this stuff numerous times, emailed them. I mean, all this is documented. I mean, solid 100% fact. And you can tell by just my recorded conversations and what I posted out there exactly how they're doing and what they're doing and what they're choosing not to do, and pushing everything on everyone else like it's not my problem, my issue, it's not my concern, you know, so on and so forth. You know, I mean, I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, if you stop and think about it, what are you supposed to do, or what can you do when your legal system's broken and you can't even rely on them to do their stuff proper by the book and by the law and by the statutes that are set in place that they're supposed to follow, that we're supposed to follow? And when you can't even count on that, like, I mean, really, what's the point of all that? Why are we wasting money on this police department or child protection or these probation officers? Why are we wasting tax monies on these people when they're doing stuff like this? I mean, I don't know. It's mind-blowing. So needless to say, this woman from Crisis, Serena, she has no interest, no concern whatsoever about doing anything, and she made it clear that they have no interest in doing anything or looking into anything. Or, I mean, I told her, well, no matter what, they can either do it now or they can do it in the end. No matter what, something's going to be done, and they're going to look into it, and they're going to have to investigate it at one point. No matter what, at one point, they're going to have to do it, either now or down the road. That's on them.